he shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His water shall be sure. Thy eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off. Thy heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? Thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech than thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand.
Mm-hmm.
Look upon Zion.
Which is us prophesying.
Mm-hmm.
See, and the stammering meaning that we're like mocking them is what they see.
And we are. We're laughing at them all the time.
Look upon Zion, the city of our solemnities. Thy eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. But there the glorious power Yahweh will be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ship pass thereby. For the Lord Yahweh is our judge, the Lord Yahweh is our lawgiver, the Lord Yahweh is our king. He will save us.
Now go into Jeremiah 51. I got the other brother doing it. Call. If you want to go into, let me get the precept. Go ahead.
51:1.
What I just read earlier. Let's see. You read one.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against.
Okay.
Is it going?
Yeah, let's go.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine. And spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Mm-hmm.
Thus.
And that brigadine is what? The armies. That's what he's going to do. Go now down to verse 19.
Verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them.
Right, so our portion is not to perish altogether here in that destruction like them. Our portion is to keep going. That's why Yahweh Shai is going to save us as he punishes them. Okay?
For he is the former of all things.
We went through it in Genesis 1. The Elohim, which include the elect, which was in the beginning with him. Esau wasn't in the beginning. See, none of these nations were in the beginning as Israel was. Alright?
And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
Right. Because his inheritance is with Israel.
Yahweh of hosts is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Mm-hmm. Which, that's what's going to happen. He's going to allow us to have spiritual power. And we're going to be able to fight against these other nations.
I was thinking that because a gun video popped up, and you can see there's power in those guns. And I was thinking, our power is going to have to be greater than that power of that gun.
Greater than their tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they got not just guns. Guns are old news. They got radio
Laser.
wave guns and
Laser
shit,
weapons.
microwave guns, lasers. Yeah. So the Lord's gonna raise that standard.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Keep going, or
No, we could leave that. We got it.
okay.
Go ahead and get that Isaiah 21.
Isaiah 21, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously.
No, Isaiah 21.
That's what it says, Isaiah 21.
Oh, you gotta reset it. It's 33.
Oh, how that
I can get it.
Go ahead.
Oh.
21 and 1.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 21 and verse 1. The burden of the desert of the sea, as whirlwinds in the south pass through, so it cometh from a desert, from a terrible land. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. All the sighing thereof have I made to cease. Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have taken hold upon me, as the pangs of a woman that travaileth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it. I was dismayed at the seeing of it. My heart panted, fearfulness affrighted me. The night of my pleasure hath he turned into fear unto me.
Right, because it's going to be a nuclear war. That's what's going to happen, is a nuclear war. And I said it was going to be Elam and Media bombing that land, but really it's going to be Media, the Russians, and Elam is going to go up against them, trying to help because they against China.
Mm-hmm. They just killed another soldier.
Right, so China is with Russia. So it's the other way around, to be correct. All right, so Russia is going to start fucking up these Elamites too. These East Indians. You know, the red dot having motherfuckers.
The heathens.
Yeah, the come back.
Come back gun.
Yeah, Russia's going to start fucking them up. Because Russia is the Media, and the Elam are the East Indians. But Russia is also, grab Revelation 13.
Revelation 13.
And 1. Because it tells you that Russia is going to be the end of this beast system. I mean, they're going to shoot missiles on America, which America is the whore that rides the beast, and the beast is EU.
And that's the spirit, because just a couple days ago, Russia chased a American warship out of their water. Russia and China were having a drill.
Right. There you go again. Who's fighting Russia right now? Elam. See, so they're going to try to strike on Russia, I just said right there. They're going to besiege Russia.
No. China is fighting Elam.
No, but I'm saying right here, Elam is going to go up to besiege Media. All the sighing thereof have I made to cease. Because it's going to be a nuclear war. They're going to start nuking these people. See? They're not going to hold back no more. And that's in the scriptures. That's why he's saying it was sickening to see this.
The big bombs.
Yeah.
Because these bombs are bigger than mountains.
How am I going to live? That's what's terrifying. That's why these prophets were getting sick in the past. Because they weren't just reading it. They were actually having visions that they're literally in, like, all the way around.
Like those goggles.
You got that, Yoko?
Revelation 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea. I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
So that's the EU, those 7 heads in NATO. All right? And America is the whore that rides that beast. I got a picture of it right here. All right? And Russia ain't a part of this. All right? But it says that the feet of this beast is the feet of a bear. The head, the beginning of the head is the Greek. The Greeks would start with Alexander, he represented by a leopard.
Mm-hmm.
But the end of this beast is the feet of a bear. That bear represents the Medes, which today the Medes are Russia.
Mm.
Go ahead, you
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Mm-hmm. Who is able to make war with him?
Right, so who's able to make war with this beast? But the Lord is going to stir the Medes up against this.
He's already doing it.
Right, grab Isaiah 13, verse 17. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
And the Medes go back to the Russians, which they took the place of the Medes that were Japheth.
Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
I mean, they won't be able to be bought.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
And then the Lord already said, let your bows go. Pretty much shoot those missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they're doing test firing?
Oh, yeah. China, they just shot a missile around the world. And the America said, we don't know how they did it. Shoot, the Lord has given them that technology.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall have, because back in 97, I think it was, Hillary, they couldn't even get a missile off the ground. China, Hillary Clinton gave them the technology.
Right, to Bill Clinton.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Which is that nuclear destruction. Which back then it was through the elements, but now they put the elements inside a missile. Which they're flying like armored locusts. See? Go one more verse.
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And the owl shall dwell there, and stayers shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate palaces, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Right. Why? Because the Lord is coming with wrath. He wants this place going down already.
They go opposite what he says.
And that's why Russia, China, they're shooting missiles that America don't even have the ability.
Not to go.
It says not even detect. The hypersonic missile that China, the reason they can't detect it is because it don't go as high. When they said it, usually they go like this.
Yep.
This one actually could flow right through the lower level, but I had a higher speed, so they can.
Did you know that's the farthest missile they ever shot?
Yeah, because it don't go up like it go.
They said they don't know how they did it, like magic.
But guess who they got it from?
Russia.
Russia, their ally. And they were fighting who? Elon. See? So all these countries are going to start shooting missiles at each other.
You're going to feel the ground shaking.
But it ain't going to start but in the Middle East. See? That's where the World War III is going to be gathered, in that land, which they call the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh's Mashapah. Yahweh's judgment. Go ahead, Yoko.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking a great thing and blasphemies. and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Mm-hmm.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Right. And that's what they're doing. They're talking shit. That they're gonna conquer us, put us back in slavery, kill us, jab us up. Now they're gonna do all this shit to us. Right? What are they doing in Australia? They want to do to us here. See, that's why the mouth of that beast is a lion, and that goes back to Great Britain.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Right.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast.
So it shows that they're going to go into slavery, all them that had us in slavery, which is the world, all these heathen. Because in this generation, they're Confederate. See? Look at the United Nations. And who are they Confederate against? It's the Israelites.
Fine. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
So that's their democracy. The Republic and the Democrat is the two horns, and now they speak as a dragon, speaking all that blasphemy, talking all that shit. See? But the Lord's going to punish them. Go ahead.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth to and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he
so that first beast was Rome. Right? Rome was the first beast, being the fourth beast, because it practiced democracy. It had a senate. All right. The other kingdoms before it operated through dynasty. They would pass the crown down to their sons. But Rome, they had the Senate, which would vote for their emperor. And America, it worships that first beast. It practices the same system. Go ahead.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth.
The missiles, they shoot missiles right now. They stopped documenting in 2020 how many missiles they drop every day, but before it used to be like 20,000 missiles a day. They used to drop missiles all over the world.
Thousands.
The earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right, which is the microchip, the implantable microchip. That is the mark of the beast. All right, go ahead.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
And that's why you always hear about Esau, Biden, talking about 666. All right. Did you grab Jeremiah 25, Zion? Verse 15. All right, we'll end it with that.
Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 15. For thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of his fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it.
Right. So this cup is what? A cup of fury, which is his anger. And look who it's against. Watch. Go ahead.
And they shall drink and be moved and be mad.
Mad means they're pretty much crazy.
And that's spiritual. They have mad. It means mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm. They're crazy to think they can fight against us, fight against Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is with us. But see, they can't see us. And that's what it is. If you ever seen someone that's crazy, they can't see reality for what it is. See?
That's why they're crazy.
They're crazy. They're mad.
And
that's that destruction. Once they raise up against us, it says, Revelation 12. Hold on real quick. You'll call grab Revelation 12:12. Because as soon as they raise up against us, we just said it earlier, when they come in like a flood,
Isaiah 59.
the Lord's gonna raise up a standard.
That means brothers are gonna get superpower chariots. Gonna fight for us.
The Leviathan. Go ahead.
So the sooner he moves, the sooner it's done.
And that's why he's dragging his feet. See?
But he's gonna do it one day.
Go ahead, you call.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
There you go. So he's coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. But in his movement towards us in violence, the Lord's going to move towards him in violence.
They have a thing called, I forgot what it's called, but it says every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Right.
But the Lord's reaction is better than his action.
Right, it's more violent.
More violent.
Go ahead, get that, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 25, verse 16. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I...
And that sword is what?
Missiles.
Missiles, right.
Then took I the cup at the Yahweh's hand and made all the nations to drink unto whom Yahweh had sent me.
Right. And we're doing the same thing in this generation. You go grab Isaiah 34. And watch. That's why a prophet is subject to the law of a prophet. Go ahead.
Isaiah
34.
It says Isaiah 34, but I think I'm going to have to reset this. I'll go to the other one. Isaiah 34, verse 1. You said? Isaiah 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
To the slaughter. And what's he going to use to slaughter them? Nuclear weapons. The sword. As well as the sword of the mouth of the chariot. Alright, Zion?
Jeremiah 25 and verse 18. To wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah and the kings thereof and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation and astonishment and hissing and curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh,
Which they put us in slavery, made us a byword, you know, when we're the sons of Yahweh, but they pretty much treat us like shit.
Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his servants, and his princes, and all his people, and all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon, and Azah, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashad,
which is in the land of Israel,
Edom, and Moab, and the children of Ammon,
which are Edom and the so-called white people, and the Moabites are the Chinese, and the Ammon are the Japanese,
and all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea.
Right, which that goes into the Hamites.
Dedan and Tema, and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners, all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert.
Right, Arabian actually means mixed. Right, so all these people that live in the desert.
And all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes.
Right, so the East Indian, the Russian.
And all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Right. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, Drink ye, and be drunken, and spew, and fall, and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you.
Right, the nuclear missiles. There's going to be World War III, and all these nations are going to shoot missiles on each other.
Mexican standoff.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Go ahead.
And it shall be as if they refuse to take the cup at thy hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, ye shall certainly drink.
Right now, they don't want to go into slavery. They're like, bring the new world order. We're all confederate together. Mm-hmm. Psalms 83, United Nations. Remember, they even said, we'll put our nuclear missiles down, or put our sword down. That's what Biden said, literally. He said, we'll put our sword down. We'll come together and be one for the better of all. So they don't want to drink that cup.
They're going to certainly drink.
They're going to certainly drink of it.
For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name. So
he's moving their hand against us. See? They're like, why? No! Stop it, damn it! Stop it! Stop it! But the Lord's possessed them. Mm-hmm. I must be possessed. See?
And should ye be utterly unpunished, ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, said Yahweh of hosts. Mm-hmm. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, Yahweh shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout, as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise shall come, even to the ends of the earth. Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh.
And plead means kill.
He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation.
And those missiles, that's that sword from nation to nation. We just read, Elam shall besiege Medes, the Median. So when they shoot like that, they're going to shoot like that. And then when they shoot like that, they're going to shoot like the allies are just going to choo. But America's going to get the most.
Mm-hmm. America's going to start shooting. Then,
yeah, hypersonic ones. Mm-hmm. And they said that they got nuclear packages on top. That Chinese one, mm-hmm. It's a nuclear powered missile with nuclear packages.
And it's already flying.
Yeah. Why do you think they're flying it? And they're making it fast. So they can outspeed the American missile.
And the Lord said he's going to speed the days up for the elect's sake.
Right. So we're in these days. Mm-hmm. That's why, really, when they come forth with this mandatory, we know what time it is. Missiles are going to fly. Mm-hmm. That's the next thing. As soon as they make that jab mandatory, that violence is going to come up against us. And the Lord is going to shoot missiles at him. Their own missiles. See? We don't have to do nothing. The Lord's going to force their hand. He's going to harden their heart.
I'm not letting these niggas go.
Just like Pharaoh. See? Just like Pharaoh. Who was the first one you spoke of? Pharaoh. See, they still have to pay for having us in slavery. They ain't even paid yet.
So they all gotta pay.
They all got to pay.
Like that movie, The Legion. You're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah, all the babies are going to burn.
See, Esau thinks he's terrifying. Watch when Yahushua gets here.
Oh, man. And that's what it's saying. You can't even stop Yahweh from doing what he does. He's going to make you do it. There's no free will. What about if there was free will? Drug addiction, alcoholism, suicide. The Lord makes a man do that
I seen
shit.
one. They said enough is enough.
Didn't you just read that? The Lord heals and make it alive.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
Gonna possess him, huh?
The Lord does it. He's the one that does it. And it's what is that? Isaiah 45. If there's any evil in the city.
No, the Lord did it.
Yeah.
You want me to finish this up?
Yeah. Just read the rest of the verse.
I wanted to get these two.
Go ahead.
Thus said Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And,
which is the chariots.
They write these little words. It says disaster.
Yeah.
And the slaying of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
See? And dung is shit. Why? Because what are they going to be? That fucking, like, a pile of dust. You know, when the Pompeii volcano erupted and they said there was ash bodies? Go ahead. Grab Isaiah 45. I'm sorry.
Isaiah 45?
Yeah, and you can start at verse 4. And then we'll close it up with this if the Lord allows.
Verse 4. Okay, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel my elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
I mean, he protected us before we were even in the truth. Right?
That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. I formed the light and created darkness. I made peace and created evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
See, the Lord does all these things. What does he do? He'll get inside a man's mind through Yahweh Shai. See, and he'll make a man kill himself.
Shit, I seen a guy killed his grandchildren, killed his daughter.
Oh, I like to hear when I be driving these long drives, they got this show